melting popcorn between two sacks of garnish-ready manatee hamburger, glassily bestricken with upwards of 26 mumbo-jumbo inheritances, razor-thin hairline fracture, crawling sideways sleekly across the canopy of a glowing shears-rich environment of pine trees and lemon-scented ripe fruits that aren't lemons, just to be clear. There would have been a more succinct way of putting that. Plates stacked high. Never gonna see a morsel of food. Never gonna see that concert where it's gonna be... Aerosmith was supposed to show up, but Steven Tyler had a bit of a party the night before. He's like, I'm on the phone with you now. And guitarist man, I think his name is, it's got like a C in it somewhere, so Calvin, the guitarist for Aerosmith, Calvin says, yeah, you are. And Steven says, all right, confirmation received. Where's the show tonight? And they're like, it's in Rhode Island. Where are you, party fellow? And he says, let me check with the clerk. So he goes over to the clerk, comes back to his cell phone and says, I resume being on the phone with you, Calvin. I'm in Abu Dhabi. So he couldn't show up for the gig. They don't make jets fast enough. Had like an hour to spare in the first place. So Calvin from Aerosmith says, all right, it's time to call in the favor. Hello there, Tom Petty. You remember the time I got you out of that traffic ticket by massaging that very tense cop? And the dead body of Tom Petty says, oh, yes I do. That really bailed me out. My insurance premiums would have... Whew. And, what can I do for you, Calvin? Oh, thank you for asking, dead Tom Petty. Steven's in Abu Dhabi. He got a little bit fried... he fried up some of the deviled eggs and breaded them with the panko, and now it's all linty in here. We need a temp singer. See, singers and guitarists and rock folk, yeah, they talk cool to us, but they have their whole own separate lingo. They're like, it's linty? Well, if it's linty, then I've got to get down to the mint tree, and that means Tom Petty's in. But Tom Petty doesn't know any Aerosmith songs. This man is too busy dancing with Mary Jane to make Love in an Elevator, so it's gonna be all original material by accident. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But then it starts raining curtains and sheets. There's no fabric softener in the sky. You're getting electric shocks. It's like, it's a lightning storm outside. Technically no, but close enough. I will tell you this. It's pretty friggin' linty out there. So then the questing short folk head down to the mint tree from Tom Petty's bizarre slang. Meanwhile, he's rising from the grave, doing vocal warm-ups like... and thinking about what happens when you take a magical staff and plant it square in the forehead of a blanking frame. Why is there an eyelid on your picture frame? I'm trying to read the beautiful caption that your mother-in-law penned on your second anniversary, but your frame, it's got the tickly eyelashes. Frames are big. The eyelashes are proportionally big. They're long. They're tickling me. Now I'm blinking. Nobody's got an open eye. Nobody's even sure you can smell the Tom Petty corpse. He's telling you all about why you did free falling. And Calvin's just like, oh my god, we didn't teach him the words. It's Remix City. Avalanches, stones, just tumbling down. They're supposed to make a crunch bang noise. Instead, it's more of a wiggle dibble. Oh, I guess Aerosmith has a mountainous DJ now. Framing up the turntables in his crosshairs, you may fire at will, and then it's hard not to at least kind of shift your notebook back and forth in a rotational ambiguity session. Paper. Oh, I thought it was technically a card stock. Oh, it's vellum sheet. What the hell is a vellum? Got your parchment and your scrolls. Fine taste. So classy. How great is it gonna be when devils come up from the ground? They think they're hitting us with the apocalypse. We're waiting for them with the super soakers full of the vinegar and the whipped cream. Devils all start stanking away, and the day is saved. God comes down from the heavens like, I'll fix you, devils. Looks around and there aren't any, and we're like, we got you on this one, G-Man. He says, oh, thank you. My insurance premiums would have... You really brought the mint tree on this one. We're like, hey, no lint in this lint trap. Then everybody gets into heaven. Zombie Tom Petty Aerosmith concerts every night for the rest of eternity if you want. Otherwise, you can just spend time in a small pentagonal room with an acquaintance that you met during the first week of college who you thought was going to be a close friend. Didn't run into each other often enough for it to materialize, and now you get to play Heads Up Texas Hold'em forever. And start having them questions for yourself. Is maybe the devil's one after all, and it was just illusion magic cast by an aardvark-looking angel who was kind of fed up with the bureaucracy in heaven. God, why do I have to sit through this meeting? My sphere of influence is the effect of music on animal psychology. Not sure why you needed an angel for that, but it's my job. I take pride in it. This meeting is about the environmental impact of the whipped cream and vinegar industries. Why are you doing this to me? And God's like, it's contractual. You need to be there, and I'm sure you'll get something out of it. And he never did. So he's like, all right, whipped cream and vinegar, huh? You're not going to give me something to get out of this. I'll get it myself. Fakes an apocalypse, and now we're all trapped. This person is bad at poker. You have to explain the rules to them over and over again. Once every 5 hands, devil magic forces the knowledge out of their brain. You're drifting around in a fog, trying to pace in a circle. Room's pentagonal. The table's too big. You have to kind of keep doing that thing where you either suck in your gut if you're a little bit tubby like me, or you just kind of pop your booty out into the wall so that you get some extra clearance, so your bladder isn't bashing off the chair backs. Otherwise, you just lean into it. Heaven with the bashed bladder. That's not your fabulous time that you anticipated getting to have. So either we got swindled by angels who decided it was time to get fallen because they were done with this, or this is heaven, paradise everlasting, and the immortal intelligence what done gone ahead and engineered us this paradise doesn't really know us that well. Congratulations, non-sinner, you melted demons with various foodstuffs. Now here's your eternal reward. And you look at it, and you're like, God, you shouldn't have.